on working in the CSS. This is the CSS. The CSS allows you to have the design go between a number of the different pages. So in the CSS, we're going to look at the code. This is what CSS looks like. Such fun. And what CSS does is it shows you the different kind. There we go. There's the CSS. The CSS body is everything. And so there's the font, background color, margins, padding. The next bunch of things are just basically resetting for different navigators. Then we get into the A link. Anything with an A is the rollover. So this is sort of the basic rollover of what this is going to look like. And the rollover is always set up so that A link, A visited, A hover. Hover is when you hover over it. And the axiom is link, visited, hover, so it's love, hate. Then there's the container. You'll notice the container gives us the width and tells us what the max and the minimum. That's where we know what we should have set our banner to, because we don't want it any bigger than that. Content is sort of like the margins inside. There's your header. There's the banners coming in. And this is where all of these, let me see, go back to design. These are. So this is all the nav colors. So I'm going to do this quickly, and then I'll come back to you guys to do it, because I want to show generally how to do this. So here's a nav. Here's a color. Here's a background color.
Those way more lines in yours than I do.
Don't worry, I'm going to come back to you, okay? Just everybody watch, and then I'll come back to it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here in the color, and how I change things. So I always have to leave that colon. I go back to the semicolon, I hit return, and I get two options. I can pick my colors by different names. It's an old-fashioned way. Or I can go in here and say, I want this to be red. And you get a hexadecimal color. This design now makes those red. This background color, hexadecimal, grab that out. Now it's red, so I want to have it as a light color, so I'm going to make it something lighter than that, but not as ugly. And I'm going to use dark salmon, see how that looks. All right, so it's readable now. If I'm doing that's the nav, that's the rollovers, then I'm going down here, and I can change my hover in the exact same way. Change the background color and the color.